Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2K Sports. Damon Bruce here. It's Wednesday night basketball. It'll be Luol Deng and the Chicago Bulls facing off against Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics. And we send you out now to Boston for opening tip. Kevin Harlan is standing by.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is H to the O-V. I used to move S-Bus by the OC. I guess even back then you could call me CEO of the ROC. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. Be the music biz #1 supplier. Not TOC, but similar to the letters no one can do it.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. With the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke. And the Bulls looking for a positive start here on their road trip. With most of their upcoming games taking place at home, they have a chance here to make an isolated push.
Seeing where the Bulls are, they've just not been able to play to the level they did a season ago, but they're right in the mix anyway. They're not too far off the pace from last year.
And you know, Clark, I mean, they're one of those teams that is capable of kind of turning on the switch when the postseason approaches. So I get the feeling they're just kind of biding their time until springtime.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, and Joakim Noah the front line. Heinrich and Rip Hamilton in the back end for the Celtics. Bass and KG, the big ticket, patrol the inside. Lee out there with Avery Bradley, and it's Pierce in at the 3 spot.
Boy, I just love watching Paul Pierce play. He scores in so many ways. In transition, spot up three-point shooting, to get to the foul line. But where he's at his best, I think, is in the mid-range, where he uses his incredible strength to bully his way to exactly the right spot he needs to knock down that shot.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put the first points on the board. Right side Pierce, just 4 to shoot. Over Hamilton, Pierce. We're talking about Paul Pierce's ability to create that mid-range jump shot. He gets it with the hand in his face and the body banging against him. It's a rare quality.
Yeah, contested mid-range shots are ones that for most shooters, the defense will say we can live with that. But those are really his specialty. I mean, he's a big-time scorer. Has been since he's been in the league. And even well defended, he can still put it in the hole.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but the defense there slogging the lane.
And that looks good. Bradley's got his first basket of the night. Heinrich kicks to Hamilton. Back to Heinrich. Chipped away. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Well, so the Bulls have been a regular fixture in the playoffs since joining the league, literally. I mean, with the help of Michael Jordan, they have become, along with the Celtics and Knicks, one of the most storied franchises in the Eastern Conference.
Here's Garnett, and the layup is good. Garnett's got his first points in this one.
Gotta love the low-post offense. That was beautiful.
Clark, they've been looking at a single offensive.
You know what, a basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Boozer, good, and Heinrich gets the assist. And with 6 banners hanging up in Chicago, the city is really cultivating a lot of pride and winning tradition here with the Bulls. And Steve, that goes a long way. You were a Bull player one time. You know all about that front.
No better place to play in the NBA than Chicago. You're winning, the whole city loves it. Obviously, Michael Jordan was the main reason for that era. But so much history now before the Bulls. They sell out game after game. Unbelievable fan support.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Well, that was like a warm-up shot there, a warm-up jumper. No problem converting that one.
Here's Garnett. After Rip Hamilton scores. Garnett kicks the Bass. Gathers. And the shot is good.
Nice start here. Taking 5 shots. Only missed one of them.
And the first time out of the game ball for Chicago. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to win over the Celtics.
Remember that last matchup went right down to the wire before they rolled it out. I thought the big difference was contributions to winning.
And the Bulls making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Here is Robinson. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. He was credit for his passing in that game, too.
Now, here is Robinson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. A second ago, Steve made mention of the nail-biter these two teams played when they last saw each other before.
Yeah, and I'd agree with this, guys. What won them the game was their depth. They didn't have to rely on just a few guys. They got a little bit from a lot of players. You know, throughout the history of the NBA, the Celtics have been such a constant presence in the postseason that it's hard to imagine the playoffs without seeing the green. Every year the players change, but the Celtics' mystique is always in it, and that team is always hanging around.
It's really the mark of a great franchise. Boston expects great things from the Celtics each year, and more often than not, Steve, they deliver.
Yeah, you don't get all those banners that they have in that building without executing in the postseason. That's what this Celtic team has done the last few years. They play together, they played hard, they defend, and they're at their best when their best is needed.
Lee with the steal. Here's Bradley. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
The defense that time didn't do quite enough. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to stop him when he gets in tight.
Robinson against Bradley. It's blocked. Kicks to Bass. Dang grabs the miss. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Bobcats in Charlotte.
But it wasn't their best shooting night overall. A few guys went cold, and then it seemed to get contagious.
Yeah, you're right. As the game progressed, fewer and fewer shots seemed to find the bottom of the net for them.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Doc Rivers. He communicated to his players that when taking on Chicago, they have to be as physical as possible to match the intensity the Bulls bring. He said they have no problem banging bodies inside, and we shouldn't be afraid to respond. We can't be intimidated by them, and I want us to go right at them. Sounds like we'll have a physical game on our hands, guys.
Thanks again, Doris.
Well, he's an athletic two-guard, Kevin, a good defender, great quickness, and he gets his share of steals. I'm a big fan of Courtney Lee.
Yeah, I like his commitment defensively, Steve. You're right on the money. Now, one of those players who's just interested in glamour. When he plays, it is for 100% of the time, 100% of the effort. Here is Barbosa. Nate Robinson making his last shot. Robinson against Barbosa. Lee outside. Over Dang. But they get it back.
And they're going to have to make sure they box out here. Don't give up any second chance points.
And that's just too easy. I mean, to rebound effectively, everybody's got to do their part.
Now here is Hamilton. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio. Barbosa up top, guarded by Robinson. Barbosa dishes to Green. Pass to Terry. Wide open look. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, it's hard for me to believe this. Doc Rivers, guys, his 15th season as NBA head coach. He banged heads between the lines way back in the day on the hardwood. He's already coached 14 years. Top 20 all-time in playoff wins is Doc. He won Coach of the Year back in 2000. His first season as a head coach, and for those who may not know, was also an outstanding commentator before taking the reins on the sideline. So well-versed in the world of basketball is Doc Rivers. That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Barbosa passes to Green. There's the pick. Gives him the lead pass. Collins, good.
And Clark, you were talking about Doc Rivers. You mentioned that Coach of the Year award. Not bad for a guy who didn't really have any coaching experience as an assistant. He went straight from the broadcast booth right into the fire, and he got it done right away.
And Heinrich gets it to go. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Barbosa against Heinrich. Barbosa kicks to Pierce. Over Butler. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
I'm not sure which was better, the fast break or the steal that got it started.
I think it was the defense, Steve, quite honestly. I mean, the whole play isn't even possible if he doesn't make the steal.
The dish to Bellinelli. Shoots the three. No good. Throws it from deep. No good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Coming up this Thursday, LeBron James and the Miami Heat take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Be there.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now
all right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
Brandon Bass and Kevin Garnett, the duo inside. Barbosa is out there with Terry, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Robinson, that's good.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Barbosa with it. Robinson picks him up. Garnett with a screen on Robinson. Here's Green, and it's blocked by Dang. Robinson down low. Covered by Barbosa. And with a moment, let's catch up on the action from the studio with Damon Bruce.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, a few of the games back east are in the books, and let's have a look at those first. The Cavaliers over at Quicken Loans Arena losing to the Spurs. Dion Waiters led them in scoring. A tightly contested game for the Wizards up against the Detroit Pistons. A close contest in the fourth. Their top scorer is Emeka Okafor. That's about all the time we have for us until the Sprint halftime report. Back to you guys.
All right, Damon, thank you for that.
It's interesting, you know, guys, the games take on a little bit of a different feel when we reach this time of the year. Not that the early season games don't mean anything, but now teams really know who they are and where they need to be by season's end.
Now, here's Bradley. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 6. Green kicks to Bradley. Boston again missing.
You know, as tight as this game is, you have to like their chances the way they've been rebounding.
They have a pretty good margin in that department, so they've got to continue to hit the boards hard. It'll pay off for them in the end.
Shoots from the line. Green with the rebound.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot. Look at Jeff Green out of Georgetown here playing with the small forward. Really a combo. He can play either the 3 or the 4. I think what makes him tough is that he can handle the ball like a 3, but he's got the size of a power forward.
Gibson dishes to Anderson. The jump hook gets the bucket.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Here's Bradley, averaging 8 points a game.
Yeah, I'm running. Yeah.